Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I am going to do the swipe technique on some coasters. The colors that I'm using are Unbleached Titanium for my base color, and then I have Vandyke Brown, which is Quinacridone Nickel Azel Gold, and then I have for my shimmery, I have the primary elements. I have Ember Fire and I have Persimmon. I mixed those. And I did put Josanya in to disperse the pigments. So I did a test, just one for the color and then two to see what would happen, because sometimes when it doesn't really matter if you're using Aussie Floetrol, American Floetrol, whatever pour medium that you like. Oftentimes when you use a gloss varnish with it, if you're not in the right ratios, it can shred and break apart. So I did my test, and this is just a wood little coaster. So I did my test for the colors and for to see what would happen, and clearly it needed some adjustments. So then my next test was for the actual coasters, and these came out pretty fantastic. It's got the shimmer stuff, and I will be resining them. These are actually for somebody that I know. They have a little cabin, and so they wanted more like neutral colors, and they had like they have a really pretty like burnt orange leather sofa in their living room. So I kind of went with these, and they kind of remind me of the monarch butterfly colors, which is perfect too for, you know, being a cabin setting. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to mix these gently. I had them sitting overnight. My CA is the Australian Floetrol with the Amsterdam Lamp Black. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some music on for myself and some music on for you, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.